So check this out, people. I know that there are some people who are invested into GME, and just like there are apes who believe that AMC is going to the moon, there are apes who are also in the GME play who believe that GME is going to the moon. Now, I've been in the market before the GME squeeze, before the AMC squeeze, before the Dogecoin squeeze. And I've watched every one of these plays go from to the moon to the ground in a matter of days or weeks, because according to the majority of YouTubers, it's the one percenters, it's the market that's rigged, it's the market that is unfair, it's the system that's broken. And so they blame everyone and everything else around them, but the fact that they don't educate themselves, they refuse to train themselves. And so, since I was in the market before these squeeze plays, and I'm relatively new in the market, I'm self taught. And when I got into the game, it was before all the hype. And so I just happened to get into it right in time because I was able to capitalize on Dogecoin and AMC. I didn't capitalize on GME at the time because GME wasn't one of the stocks that I was following at the time. It was on my watch list, and I watched it go up from $49 to $400 in like 24 hours as I sat here in front of my laptop watching the numbers climb all the way up. And just like GME, AMC did the same thing, not as high. And just like GME, Dogecoin did the same. And anyone who was invested in those plays at the time and got their profits made their money. And so if you were smart and you didn't jump into all the hype that they were selling you about GME, AMC, and Dogecoin at the time, and you sold at a decent profit, that is the only thing that matters, is that you sold at a profit. You don't necessarily have to sell at the top in order to make a profit. But there are those who held on to GME after it reached the maximum of $400, and they rolled the stock all the way down because they were foolish and weren't smart enough to sell at a profit, because greed does this to you. And those who watched AMC also go up to $74 and all the way down to $3 and change and refused to sell was because of greed also. And the same thing with Dogecoin. And if we didn't learn our lessons those three times, then I don't understand how it is that we've not learned how the market works. It doesn't make any sense that people continue to ride these waves about moasses and to the moon. For those who are selling GME to the moon or claiming that GME is the greatest stock on earth, they are full of shit, just like the AMC Mooners and AMC Apes who were pumping AMC getting rich off the masses while everyone else held. Anyone pumping GME is a scam artist, is a scammer, especially when there are other stocks that are doing well, if not better than GME. And every time another stock does well, you have this one person on YouTube who criticizes every stock but GME. And because GME goes up a few dollars after 3 years almost, after almost 3 years of it settling into the teens, it goes up to $24. You got people throwing a party, gassing others up on YouTube, or those who watch YouTube and follow him, claiming that, you see, I told you so. You didn't tell anybody anything. The market goes up and the market goes down. GME did what any other stock will do after sitting in the teens for 2 or 3 years. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. I've already bought puts on GME. $15 puts I bought on GME for the next 2 months. Because if you think that stocks all they do is climb, then you're literally a loser because you're losing most of your money. You have to learn how to play the market both on the way up and on the way down. This is why the majority of AMC investors, GME investors lose, because they only bet on the way up, they don't bet on the way down. And they claim themselves to be investors when in reality they're just a bunch of idiots diamond handing, sucking these CEOs' penises, making them rich, and claiming that their career is whatever it is they do while they're on YouTube pumping GME up. When in reality, the only people who are making money off of GME are those who bought GME yesterday. They're the only ones getting rich, and congratulations to you people who bought GME within the past 6 months or within the past year even, because now you are starting to see a return on your investment. But anyone who's been an idiot holding GME for the past 2 years plus and getting excited because a $400 stock went from $13 after sitting at 13 for I don't know how long, goes to $24, they want to jump up and down and say, I told you so. GME can reach $100, and for those who have been diamond handing GME for the past 2 years, that ain't shit. That's only good for those who just bought GME yesterday. So, for those people who want me to apologize to Morant's rants for his idiotic rants about a stock that's not going to be here in 5 years, you have to grow up, because stocks go up and they go down. GME is going to go down again and then it's going to go back up again. And so what's going to happen? I'm going to apologize to him every time it goes up, and then he's going to say to me, Tanko, you were right every time it goes down. That's ridiculous. The fact is this: the GME play is dead. GME is not going back to its numbers of $400. And that's all I'm saying, and that's all I will always say. If anybody comes to you today and tells you that GME is the greatest stock, and they've been holding it for 2 years or 2 years plus, they are only telling you this because they are stuck in it. All you have to do is research their past videos, and you will see that Morant's rant is deep into GME. He practically owns GME. He's so far into a loss in GME. So all of this hype about GME going to the moon is a bunch of nonsense. All of this about GME rocketing is just as stupid. I already bought puts on it. Stocks climb and stocks dip. Just because the stock goes up a few dollars, it's not going to get me excited. I'm going to take my profits and I'm going to leave for the next play or the next dip. I'm not going to hold on to a stock that I bought at $7, watch it go up to $400, then back down to 13, and then when it goes up to $24, 2 years later, I'm going to tell people on YouTube, you see, I told you so. I shit on everybody else's stock, except for GME. I suck GME's dick deep, but I shit on every other stock because every other stock ain't shit except for GME. Coke ain't shit, Tesla ain't shit, Amazon ain't shit. It ain't shit except for GME. Look, prove to you. I prove to you it went from $13 to $24 after 2 years. Is that what you're telling us, Marantz Rants? That we need to celebrate a stock that went up from $7 to $400 and is today at $22 right now? And you want to make a video, I told you so? Dude, tell us so when GME goes to at least $300. Then I'll accept it. That's $100 less than the $400 high that GME once had. Then you can make a video saying I told you so to the YouTube world. Because you're the only one who's sucking GME's dick on YouTube. That's your career. And so you want everybody to follow you on your career. And so you think that those people who know how to trade, who know how the game works, who have been in the game longer than I have, you think that they're excited because GME went from $400 to $13 to $22 where it is right now? They're not excited if they bought in at $400. They're not excited if they bought in at $300. They're not excited if they bought in at $200. Hell, they're not excited if they bought in at $30. So why are you excited? Because GME went from $7 to $400 to $13 and is at $22 today. I'm supposed to be excited about that? Dude, I'd be excited about it if I bought into GME yesterday. Then I'd be excited at the $22 a share that GME is at right now. Because I just bought in yesterday, a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, hell, a year ago. And I'm supposed to be gassed up because it went up a few dollars. Bro, that's what happens in the market. The stocks that I'm in right now are going to go up a few dollars. And then they're going to drop a few dollars. The problem with you is that you want everybody to believe that all GME does is win, win, win. All GME does is go up, up, up. And when GME starts to drop, you disappear. You start to make other content, not dissing other stocks. You only diss other stocks when GME starts to do well. And then you start to talk shit about other stocks. And then when GME starts to do bad again, you shut the fuck up. You don't say a word. You start to pretend that you're on the side of the apes. And you start to pretend that you are on the side of the majority of YouTubers who watch you when people don't like you because all you do is hit on everybody. And yeah, you got a lot of followers. You got a lot of bots on your channel. You got a lot of bot subscribers. That's what you got. But hey, that's what pays your bills, right? Because you got a career that you have to continue doing, you know? And so, for these people here who watch Marantz Rants, and for those people who watch anyone pumping GME or AMC, have common sense. The stocks are going to go up and the stocks are going to drop. This goes for any stock in the market. Any stock in the market, they go up and they go down. You need to train yourselves on how to trade options so that you can work the market both ways. When the market goes up, you can do well. And when the market goes down and everyone else is doing bad, you can do well also. Stop following these YouTube idiots who call themselves investors but are diamond handing stocks that are not going to be here in 5 years. Learn to control your own money, your own habits. Learn to take your money from stocks that are not doing well, put them into stocks that are doing well, and learn to make your money work for you. There's no point in you keeping your money into stocks that aren't doing well or that are dropping 30% from your original investment. Once you start to lose 30% on a stock, you got to take your money out and put it somewhere that you can regain that 30%. And here you got people in GME who bought in at $300, $400 a share, who diamond handed it still today, to this day, 2 years later, 2 years plus later, who are claiming that because it's at $24, $22 right now, that they're at a win. Dude, you ain't even halfway there. So celebrate when you trade like an intelligent person and get your profits. Don't hold on to a stock for 2 years from $400 to 13 to 22 and then claim that the stock is doing a-okay. Bro, grow the fuck up. People, stop following these idiots. Use common sense. You're here to make your money grow, to make your money work for you. You shouldn't have to work for your money. Your money should have to wake up every fucking morning, clock in, make that money, and then bring it back home to you. And in order for your money to do that, you need to train your money to get that money, both ways, on the upside and on the downside. Don't believe the hype on these people, from these people on YouTube, claiming that GME is going to rocket. If you didn't buy into GME 2 years ago, 3 years ago, more power to you. If you bought into it recently and are profiting it from it, get your money, get your profits. Do not hold on to these stocks believing that they're going to surpass their worth or their value, because that's not going to happen. Get your 30, 40, 50% and bounce. Wait for the dip and then do it all over again. And when you learn how to trade options, you can trade puts on stocks that you see are not doing well, and you can get paid on the way down also. So stop following these idiots that want you to diamond hand into stocks that are going to cause you to lose your life savings the way it's caused them to lose their life savings. And now their career is pumping up GME, AMC, and whatever other stocks in order to get them the income that they've lost from investing their money into stocks that they had no business diamond handing. So now they have new careers making YouTube videos. And if you must know, for those that want to know, I'm retired. I don't have to work. And if I do work, it's because I want to work, because I get bored. But if I get bored, I can always jump on a plane with a pocket full of money and fly to Asia for 3 or 4 months. And that's what life is about. I could care less about trying to get rich when all I'm trying to do is see what the world is all about. And here you got people, rather than trying to get you to see what life is about, they're trying to get you to bend down before them so they can climb on top of your backs and get rich off of you. When there's a world out there, huge world out there, that you're missing out on because you want to sit and get rich on a fool's play and on false hope, and you're letting the world pass you by. When you can come home and tell your friends, your family stories of the places that you've traveled to and been to. Life is good, people. Life is short. And if you're going to put your money into the market because you want to be rich, you're in the wrong place. You want to get rich, wake up every day and go to work. Do that. That's going to guarantee you a paycheck every week. Putting your money into the market isn't going to guarantee you a gain every week. It's going to guarantee you losses every week. That's a guarantee. And if nobody's told you that, then I'm telling you. The market used to be a place where you can invest your money and leave it. That was 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 years ago. Because I don't even think 20 years ago the market was even as good as it was. Because there was a time when you could invest in the market and retire from your investments until these CEOs and these market players learn how to get rich off the backs of Americans, causing Americans in large numbers to lose their pensions, their 401ks, and their life savings. And so now the market has changed. And since the market has changed, you have to change with the market. You have to evolve. You have to bend with the trend. If you don't, people, you are going to be taken advantage of by these YouTubers who are going to gas you up and get you to invest money into stocks that they've been holding for years and are stuck in and need you to bail them out. Train yourselves, educate yourselves, do your own research. It isn't hard. All you have to do is go online and Google something and then Google what you just Googled. Always double and triple check everything. Not your first source, not your second source, not even your third source before you accept it as a truth. So you have to trust what you know. And what you know is that if you get up every day in the morning for work, you're gonna be guaranteed a paycheck. And when you put your money in the market, you're not always going to be guaranteed a win. You got people on YouTube talking about, you see, I told you so. Look, watch me. Don't watch nobody else. Don't listen to this guy. Don't follow this guy. Don't do this. In the end, if one person is pumping one stock, there's a problem. If one person is telling you that everything else is bad, but his stock or his picks are good, there's a problem. And so I'm trying to tell you that you need to watch people like that. You need to watch people like me. You need to watch people that are on a site like YouTube, Facebook, or any media platform. You need to watch them. You need to vet them. You don't know anything about me. And so you got someone like Morant's Rants who is being followed by thousands of people who are sucking his dick pretty much. And they blindly follow this guy without using common sense, without doing their own research. If you bought into GME again yesterday, more power to you. You're getting paid. You're making that money. Get your money. Do not hold on to this shitty stock. No stock is going to the moon. That's not going to ever happen again. It's not going to be allowed. There are stocks that will double, triple, and maybe even go 1,000% higher than its original price, because that's going to happen in the market as far as the market has been alive and for as long as it will be alive. There will be high spikes. There will be squeezes that will happen in a day, in 2 days, or so on and so on. But to think and to believe that these squeezes are lifelong holds and that these squeezes are going to make you rich in the end, that's ridiculous. Because as you've already seen with GME originally, Dogecoin and AMC, that's not going to happen, because the same people who pump these stocks on YouTube dump them. And then they tell you that it's the 1%ers. Then they tell you that it's the short sellers, when in reality, they were selling it and trading it behind your back, people. Get your money.